A witch's altar is an essential part of any magical practice, and I am so happy to be giving you angels an in-depth tour of my very own sacred space. I've built this sacred space over time, years now, and very intentionally. I want each corner of it to embody divinity, holiness, oneness, sanctity, and creativity. Overall, it's something that lives and breathes and exists with me and is the vehicle for my connection to the universe. Everyone say hi to Sirius, my familiar, who loves to climb all over everything and get in the mix. He's honestly a witch himself. For the longest time, I had to hide my practice for fear of judgment, and now that I'm in my own place, I get to allow my magic to thrive to its fullest potential, and I am just really grateful for where I'm at in my spiritual journey. There is a lot to get through today. I have a lot of herbs and tarot decks and trinkets to share with you, all of which in one way or another aids me in my practice or makes me feel more connected to the divine. To start off my altar tour, I get tons of questions about my tablecloths here. First, I laid down this lace little tablecloth that I thrifted a while ago, and then on top of it, I just recently got this as a gift from my mom, like an early Christmas gift. It is a plum purplish velvet altar cloth. And my other cloth that I used to have was covered in candle wax stains and burn holes and all kinds of stuff. So I was due for an upgrade, and it's so smooth and beautiful. And this color is just one of my favorite colors ever. I always say it's the color of my soul. We have a lot to get through. Clearly, I have a alarming amount of things, but I'm going to start on the left side here with this top shelf. Both of my shelves I got thrifted or from Amazon. I have this little basket here with a cute little cloth in it. This is where I keep all of my extra herbs. I have a ton of rose petals. I buy these in bulk because I use them in almost every spell. All of these herbs, except for the rose petals, are from the Raven Fairy, from my hometown, one of the first witch shops I ever went to. I had some red sandalwood, some extra bay leaves. I have some basil here. I actually have 2 bags of basil because it's just one of the most essential herbs for witchcraft. I have some more pink rose petals, as well as some chamomile, which is great for like joy, happiness, things like that. I also have some, what is this? I have some patchouli. I love patchouli, one of my favorite herbs of all time. I love the smell of it. I love how protective the energy is. I have this random smoker's blend. I add this to my joints sometimes. It's like lavender, rose petals, things like that. I have this Irish moss flake, which is good for the water element, any kind of water element spellcraft. And yeah, that is all of my extra herbs. I'm due for an upgrade. I need some more space for herbs, but what can you do? And next to that basket, I have some mason jars of more herbs. I have some chrysanthemum dried flowers, which I really love using these. And I have a blend of thyme and rosemary behind that I add to pretty much all of my spells. Diving into the tarot decks and oracle decks I have in my collection, on this top shelf here, I have the For the Love of Dragons oracle deck. I bought this pretty recently. I am in my dragon era. I've been saying that for a while now, but as we go through my altar, you'll see what I mean. This is the inside of the deck. With each deck, I'm going to show you guys the artwork and the way it looks so that if you're interested in one of these decks, you can know where to look and know where to find it and get a copy for yourself. I think this is just such a beautiful deck. I also have the Goddess Love Oracle deck. This was a gift from a subscriber, and it just has different goddesses and nature spirits and just different messages that you may need to hear. I really love how divine the artwork is, how divinely feminine specifically. So really love this deck as well. And now moving down to my tarot deck shelf slash oracle deck, shelf. There's a lot, so it's gonna take me a minute to get through all of these and show you guys. But yeah, I love this shelf. I love the little heart detail on it. Yeah, I felt really lucky whenever I thrifted that. My first deck that I'm going to show you here is my Moonology Oracle card deck. I got this from Magic Market last year, and it just has different moon phases in different astrological signs. It's good for like energy checks to like see what your energy field is looking like, and it's helpful just for guidance in general. Underneath that, I have this adorable hand-stitched tarot deck holder bag that my graphic designer stitched and made for me. It has my initials on it, which is pretty cool. And this is where I keep my first ever tarot deck that I ever bought. It just has the traditional tarot deck art. We know it, we love it. And yeah, I don't reach for this deck as much, but it's just really special to me because it was my first one ever. And then underneath that, I have the True Love Oracle deck. This is great if you're doing like a relationship reading, romance, things like that, relationship with yourself as well. Really beautiful artwork, really whimsical, and I love the color wave. And I always feel like this deck is like really accurate. Every time I pull from it, it just reads me to filth, but a good investment. I'm glad I got this deck. Underneath that, this was a gift from a friend. I'm a big Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon fan, so this is the Women of Westeros Oracle, and it just has all of the female characters from Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon and different little messages. This is like character cards, like good for if you're reading about your own character or someone else's. Underneath that, I have the Sea Melodies Oracle. This is one of my older, kind of like pocket-size Oracle decks. It's all sea themed, mermaid themed, nautical themed, and it's good little short messages that really help me round out my tarot readings. And then next I have a tarot deck. This is the Tarot Mucha, really gorgeous. Love the artwork on this. This was also a gift from a friend. And yeah, I just love this styling, and I don't know, every tarot deck is so different and brings a different energy, and I don't know, something about this just feels really gorgeous and really in line with, you know, my own creative visions. Then I have the Anatomy of a Witch Oracle. This one's really unique. This is for witches specifically, and the cards tell you which part of your magical practice you should focus your energy on. So if you're feeling a little lost in your magical practice, I feel like this deck would be really helpful for you. Underneath that, we have another tarot deck. This was a gift from my sister many moons ago. This is the Angel Tarot. Every tarot card has a different biblically accurate angel on it, or a different biblical angel on it, and the energies that they carry. So it kind of doubles as an oracle deck as well, and I just love it. I love biblical angels. And then in the middle here, we have this little spell jar. This is for self-love. I made this a while ago. I actually made it on this channel, but I just keep it in that little spot. And then I have a seashell that I got from the beach a while ago. I have a lot of seashells on my altar space. And then here I have some spell jar earrings. This was actually a gift from a subscriber. Super dainty and cute and whimsical, and when I want a little extra magic, I will wear these. And then next to that, I have my pendulum. This is another form of divination. I'm not as familiar with pendulum work. It's something I'm still working on, and I really want to expand my knowledge with different forms of divination. This is a vintage tarot deck from the 1970s. This is Tarot Nova. This was a gift from my sister's mother-in-law. She had it for a long time, so I guess you could say it's kind of a family heirloom in a way. So yeah, really love this deck. It's very unique. Under that, I have the Cat Tarot deck. My mom got this for me, I think, or my sister. I can't remember, but she got it for me a while ago. Glad they're both really supportive in my practice. They like to add things to my altar as well, but it's just different artwork pieces of cats. Pretty straightforward, super adorable. I'm a cat person, so I love it. Next, I have the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. This is a tarot deck that everyone and their mother has, but for good reason. It has really beautiful artwork. I think this was my second tarot deck ever, and I have used and abused this deck. I don't reach for it as much anymore, but I still really, really love it. And then on this third little pile here on my tarot deck shelf, I have this pocket oracle. It's called Faded. I think there's only like 15 cards in this one in total, so it's really quick little small messages that you can take on the go with really cute artwork. Next, I have the Haunted House Tarot. This is a really interesting deck. It's kind of like romantic, Victorian, Gothic, haunted, kind of spooky. I really, really like it. It gives a specific energy. It's a little bit hard to read because there's no words on it, so sometimes I have to really think about which card is which, but it's still really cool. Next, I have the Aquarian Tarot. I got this on my Scotland trip from a Scottish witch shop, and I got it just because I'm an Aquarius, and it's the Aquarian Tarot, so obviously I had to get it. It's like Art Deco artwork. Really cool deck. I use this a lot whenever I make my Karissa's Oracle letters, which are restocked on my website, just in case you were curious and you want me to read for you. I have another tarot deck here. This is the Runic Tarot. This was a gift from a friend as well. It's like Nordic core. There's runes on every single card, and I really love Nordic runes. I like using them in my own magical practice, so this is a really unique deck of mine. Next, I have the Wild Elemental Oracle. This one's really cool. It's just all different spirit animals. So if you're wondering what your spirit animal is or what energy you have that represents a different animal, this is the perfect deck for you to pull and find out. Next, I have the Outlaw Oracle. This is all Western road trip themed, and it looks like a cigarette box, which is really unique. So they're really fun to pull, and they have some pretty straightforward messages. These are, I wouldn't say aggressive messages, but they're like a little bit comical and a little bit blunt, but it's interesting. And then next I have another tarot deck. It's called the Avisomnia deck, tarot deck. I like this deck a lot. I really like the artwork. The only complaint I have about it, and the only reason I don't reach for it more, is because it's a little bit hard to shuffle. Like the cardstock is a little weird, but I really like the artwork on this one. Really beautiful deck. And then finally, I have the Fairy Temple Oracle. This was my first ever Oracle deck. Super cool. And it just has different fairy spirits on it. And I've always felt really connected to fairies my entire life, ever since I was a child. So I really, really love this Oracle deck. It means a lot to me, very sentimental. And that is my entire tarot/Oracle deck. Moving on down to this little barrel shelf that I have with a little heart on it that matches the shelf above, which I think is really, really cute. I keep a kind of miscellaneous amount of stuff. I have this little candle holder, very whimsical, very adorable. This was another gift from a friend. I have a fake candle in it right now, just because I'm scared of fires sometimes. I also have this moon charm that I keep on the wall that is really cute. And then on these little pegs, I keep all of my extra jewelry. I also keep jewelry in my bathroom, but these jewelry pieces specifically feel magical to me, like I've charmed them in some way. I have a lot of dragon necklaces. I'm starting a little collection, honestly. And I also have my jewelry line here, my 3 of Swords rosaries in gold and silver. If you wanted one of those, that is also linked down below. You should definitely shop my jewelry line because it's very magical. And I also have just other little ones like obsidian and ruby gemstones, really pretty. And then on this side, I have another dragon necklace. I swear I'm getting so many. I'm collecting them like non-stop. But behind that, I have this little velvet bag of some carnelian rune stones. Again, I'm really into runes, trying to learn them all by heart. And this is also a divination tool. You could use these for divination or for spellcraft. But yeah, I bought these in Scotland and they just hold the most magical energy. So I really, really love these. And then I also have this blue sodalite bracelet that was a gift from a subscriber, as well as some other necklaces from Crafter Day, from Crystal Visions that have just different spiritual symbols and crystals that mean a lot to me. And then in my little barrel shelf, I hold some extra herbs, as well as this candle snuffer with a pentagram on it. This is what I use instead of blowing out my candles, as well as this paintbrush that I use whenever I want to dip some wax on some other wax and create a little herb mixture on my candles. Here I have some mugwort. I also have some chili peppers. And I also have some slippery elm, which is a really underrated herb. Highly recommend. I also have some extra lavender, tons of lavender, so much lavender, honestly. And I also have some mint. I have some lemon balm I'm running really low on that I need to refill clearly. And I also have some catnip, which is great for manifestation work. And then just showing you the different things I have on my walls now. I have this stained glass plaque of Hecate, the triple goddess, the goddess of witchcraft, as well as this moon postcard that was a gift from a subscriber, and this little fairy door, my mini little fairy, that was also a gift from a subscriber. Honestly, a lot of the things on my walls are gifts from subscribers, so shout out to you guys. I also have this little postcard of a pomegranate to represent Persephone, and then I have my favorite part of my wall, honestly, this star, this stained glass star that you can put a fake candle in. Again, I have, a fake candle rather than a real one, but this is supposed to represent the 5 elements, and I really, really love this. And then moving on up to some different art pieces. This is the painting Surrender by Liz Huston. Liz Huston is one of my favorite spiritual artists, painters. Her art is everywhere in my house and on my altar because she has a storefront here in Los Angeles. So I've collected a lot of her art pieces, and they're also spiritually charged and beautiful. So I add them to my altar space. And I'm just a big fan. Highly recommend checking out Liz Huston's work. Yeah, I love it so much. I love her so much. Shout out. I also have this little stained glass butterfly, and I have this caul or snood or whatever you want to call it. It's a hair accessory that is like Renaissance themed, medieval themed. I've worn this to the Ren Fair, and I just think it's pretty, so I just store it on my altar space, and it has little pearls on it, and I don't know, I think it's cute, and I keep it in front of my dream catcher that I got from Venice Beach a long time ago. I also have this crystal resin butterfly that was handmade by a subscriber, as well as this clay flower holder for the wall. Right now there's a fake flower in it, but I want to add some real flowers. It's just that my cats tend to get into it, so I just put a fake one. And yeah, moving on up to some more accessories on my wall, and then we'll get to the beautiful moon in the middle. I have this stained glass piece I got from Scotland. This is the Celtic god of the forest. This is the Green Man, and I feel really connected to forest energy and to the Green Man in general, so I had to have some representation of him on my wall, as well as this amethyst wrapped pentagram. This is one of the pentagrams that I've owned the longest. I think I bought it a long time ago, like when I lived in Florida. And then I have some more of Liz Huston's artwork. I have Hades and Persephone, as well as this moon card artwork. Then moving on to this moon shelf here, which I love. I thrifted this a while ago. I have this headband with fake blood all over it and flowers. I used this in a Halloween costume a while ago, but I just think it's really pretty, so I kept it. And then on the top shelf, I have a rabbit. I actually have 2 rabbits, one gifted to me by a subscriber, and then this golden one, as well as some flaxseed and this Hierophant little figurine to represent the Hierophant card. Then moving on down, I have this rainbow aura quartz, clear quartz crystal that I think is really pretty, and I just have various crystals all around my altar space. I also have this mini jar full of dead bees. I do collect some dead bugs, and Caleb, my boyfriend, also helps me collect them. When he goes on his walk, he always like brings me back some like dead bugs, which is like true love, honestly. I have this seashell filled with some dried flowers that my boyfriend gifted me a while ago, as well as my mortar and pestle, which is a tool that a lot of witches use to grind up their herbs for their spellcraft. This is just a mini version. I want to invest in a bigger one once I get a bigger apartment and I get more space, but yeah, it comes in handy a lot. And then moving down to the third shelf here, I have a few things. I have some spell jars that were gifted to me by subscribers. I'm telling you, 90% of my things were gifts from subscribers. We really are just a big coven. And then I have this amethyst crystal, as well as this travel size tarot deck, which I would show you, but it's just the traditional tarot deck artwork. And then I also have this mini spellbook, the Witch's Spellbook for Love, Happiness, and Success. I bought this in Scotland, and sometimes I will just flip to a random page and do whatever spell is on the page, because it just seems right in the moment. On this final shelf here, I have this spell bag that I made for travel, so anytime I travel, I bring that with me, as well as some random bundles of sage. I don't really buy sage anymore, but these were like gifts, or I bought them a long time ago, and I'm just gonna use them up since I already have them. But it's black sage, pine, and dragon's blood sage. And here, hanging off of my moon, I have a bundle of rosemary for a purifying energy, and next to that I have this green velvet charm bag for good luck, just to bring more good luck energy to my sacred space. Next to that, I went to an Aurora concert 2 years ago, and she gave these out, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's just like an anatomical heart. And then I have this bag of loose incense and sage that was a gift from my boyfriend a few years ago that I'm slowly but surely making my way through. And then next to that, I have my black obsidian crescent moon necklace that I do wear sometimes, but mostly I just keep it here for some protective energy. And moving on to some more shelving that I have on the right side, I have this mini shelf on the top here with my extra witch oils. I have like a divine oil, an Aquarius oil, a fast luck and money oil, a Hecate oil, as well as these random little spell jars that have like random things in it. I don't even know, like cinnamon and sugar and just random things that I use in spell work. And behind that, I also have this seashell. Again, I have lots of seashells that I've collected from the beach, as well as this empty oil jar that I use to make my own oils. And I also have this bell, this angel bell that I use for sound cleansing. Yeah, sometimes I like to cleanse my energy with sound, so I will turn to that when I want to do that. And then below this shelf here, if you move on down, I have some books and things and journals. I really try to keep all of my things organized, but honestly, each shelf is just miscellaneous. Here I have my first volume of my Book of Shadows, or my grimoire, which I filled up a while ago, and I'm currently working on my second volume. I have an empty journal here that I haven't started using yet. I also have Earth, Air, Fire, and Water by Scott Cunningham, a book about natural magic. Highly recommend. Next to that, I have my Ancestral Grimoire book, which really helps with connecting to your ancestors and doing ancestral magic. This is by Nancy Hendrickson. Yeah, Hendrickson. And I found that book really helpful as well. Next to that, one of my favorite magic books. This is Celtic Magic. Clearly I have an affinity for Celtic magic, so that book is really helpful. I have an empty Coke bottle that I keep all of my loose incense sticks in, so yeah, I use that for storage. I also have some random crystals and things. I have some blue calcite. I have some spell jars gifted to me by subscribers. I also have this jar here full of my old hair. I just pull this out of my hairbrush and keep it for spell work. Yeah, you can include your own spit, your own hair, your own blood if you're in your spell work, if you're interested in that kind of thing. I have this, I believe this is citrine. Yes, citrine tree for abundance. And then I have my Cosmovisions Oracle / Tarot deck. Too lazy to pull it out because if I pull it out, all the books are going to fall. So take my word for it. It's a really pretty deck. I also have this art book here of a bunch of medieval artwork. It's called East of the Sun and West of the Moon by Kay Nielsen. Really gorgeous artwork. And then I have my fairy book. This is all of the traditional folklore of the fairy kingdom, which is really interesting. If you work with the fae, you might be interested in that. And I have my manifestation scripting notebook as well. And that is everything on the wall. And now we're going to move down to everything on the table. I know, it's an alarming amount of things. It really is a living, breathing organism. But yeah, all of the things on the table I am excited to share with you as well. Here on the left side, I have a bunch of random things. Again, it's not truly organized. It really is very miscellaneous. From the brand Magic Hour, I have this Venus tea, really delicious and great for self-love or Venus Aphrodite rituals. I have these two random jars, one of loose dragon's blood and one of loose black salt that I use in spellcraft. And then I have this little heart-shaped box. Me trying to resist the urge to sing the Nirvana song right now. That was a gift from a subscriber, and I keep all my extra loose incense in there, like dragon's blood and various random things. I have some holy basil here that I like to put in my tea because it just has such an abundant, beautiful energy. I have this red rose candle that's in this beautiful shape of this woman with a blindfold. I haven't used it yet in spellcraft. I'm waiting for the right moment. I have a random rock. I have my Mystic Winter loose incense from Scotland, and I have this Reborn as a Witch spray based off of the Love Witch. This is from Jupiter's Moons, and I love to use that in ritual. I have this spell jar that I created for my 26th birthday, for my 26th year, that I just like to keep on my altar space. I have some loose cinnamon, just some random herbs here. I have the Dreamer's Blend, that could be a tea, or you could use it in spellcraft, as well as the Lover's Blend. These were both gifted to me by a subscriber, once again. And then I also have some whole cloves. I love using cloves in spellwork as well. All of this is on top of this wooden box. In the wooden box, I keep all of my extra pillar candles, taper candles. Yeah, that's the candle box. Trust and believe. I also have these random photos. I found these at an antique shop. I want to use these in spellcraft. I'm not quite sure how. It just has such a calming energy. Kind of reminds me of community and togetherness whenever I look at it. And your dream home, things like that. I also have this random jar that I was using in a spell that I never quite finished, but I'm just leaving it there for now. I have this random tray that was gifted to me by a subscriber that I keep some random crystals on. I have a red jasper, a citrine, a butterfly crystal that I'm not quite sure what it's made of, and I also have a red jasper palm stone. I have a seashell here with some more crystals in it. I just keep all my crystals in random haphazard places throughout my altar. I have a spell bag that I'm currently working on with another dragon necklace. I know, a gift from my mama, but I'm using this to help me with my sleep. I've been an insomniac lately. I have this little rose mini pillow that I put rose petals in, and I have a little crystal in here. I'm not quite done with it, but I'm going to put it under my pillow whenever I'm done. And then I have a random candle holder that's kind of gross. And then I have my athame, which I use in spellcraft all the time. It's kind of like a pocket knife, but I just call it my Athame. And then I have my volume 2 of my Book of Shadows that I am currently trying to fill up. Every time I do a spell, I record every single thing that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm really proud of this one so far. And above that, I have this big seashell that I keep some extra crystals in and some seashells I've collected from the beach over the years. I just use these in different spellcrafts and spell work, rituals, things like that. Bunch of random little things, and some of these were gifts as well. I have my solar eclipse oil here. This is from Sol de Luna Craft, and I keep it on top of this crystal. I believe is a sea moss agates. I might be wrong about that, but I really love this solar eclipse oil. I use it all the time. And then I also have this little mini rug that I keep on my altar space that I think is really pretty. And I have my unicorn horn selenite and my mini herb spoon. I have some more crystals here. I have my fluorite moon. I have this matching with some friends, so it feels like their beautiful witchy energy is also with me on my altar. And I have this, I can't remember, Mangano calcite, I think, star. And I have Amalthea, my dragon spirit. This is chevron amethyst. This is one of my favorite crystals. On top of that, I have some more Reborn as a Witch spray. This is the refill I got from Magic Market this year, and my Druid Oak spray for grounding and stability. I got that from Scotland. Love both of those sprays for ritual work so much. I have another tarot deck that I got from Scotland. This is Visconti Tarot. Really beautiful artwork and golden artwork. Love, obsessed. One of my favorite tarot decks. It just feels so luxurious and artistic and gorgeous and just in line with my own personal aesthetic as well. So I reach for this one a lot. And then I have this really big oracle deck, or it's a big box at least, but it's really unique and cool. It's called the Fairies Oracle, and these are like traditional fairies. So they're a bit spooky, they're a bit mischievous, they're kind of like more like troll-like if anything, but it comes with this big hardcover book, super high quality, so I really appreciated that about this oracle deck. This is the art on the top of the cards, and then the actual cards are so unique. I really have no decks that look like this or feel like this, so super happy I picked that up. And then I have another oracle deck of so many. This is the Sisters of the Fae deck, one of the most gorgeous fairy decks I've ever had. There's little poems on them. I love this deck so much. One of my favorites that I own. Had to blur out the top of the cards just because of the YouTube rules with yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. So also I have this gorgeous thrifted piece. This is a stained glass angel that folds kind of like a trifold. It's really, really gorgeous and cool and just has such a divine energy to it. So I really love that on my altar space. So I added that. And then I almost skipped over this part here. I have some more books and I have an oracle deck and some things to show you. A foraging book called Wild Witchcraft. I have a witchcraft zine. I have Celtic tree rituals, and I also have the Modern Witchcraft Guide to Runes, as well as the Crooked Path, which is one of my favorite witchcraft books ever. And I have my Dragon Wisdom Oracle deck. And I have this little mini unicorn that I really love as well. That was a gift from a friend. And underneath all of that, I have this Wicca sticker book. I am not Wiccan, I'm pagan, but it's just really pretty artwork and things. So I'll add that to my Book of Shadows if I want to decorate. I have this like tree trunk pillar thing that I got from I think Michael's a while ago, and I got this little dragon figurine that was a gift from a friend as well, so love that energy a lot. Moving over to the right side of my altar space, this is the last part of my altar space to show you. I have this ritual silver goblet that I use in ritual if I want to drink something. And then in that I have this little crystal that was a gift from a subscriber that I just keep there to store for now. I also have my cauldron. You know, every witch has to have a cauldron. This one is small, kind of like my mortar and pestle was small, but it's just because I don't have all the space in the world. So I want to be able to use tools that don't take up too much space, but I use this to burn incense, burn literally anything. I also have this fairy figurine that I got from a subscriber. I have this ritual sex magic honey that I'll put in my tea if I want to do like manifestation, things like that. I have this moonstone candle holder that I got from a witch shop here in LA a while ago, as well as this goblet that I turned into a money bowl. It's dragon themed, it's for abundance. I think every witch should have a money bowl on their altar space. You really can't go wrong with it. I also have this container glass bottle that I use for moon water, which is empty right now because at the time of me filming this, it's the new moon, so I'm gonna make some tonight. I also have this, like, I call this my gratitude bowl or bed. It just feels really magical. It has this energy of abundance and gratitude and happiness, and I just keep some random things around it like selenite, pyrite, and I have some orange slices, some sodalite, as well as some rose petals and lavender. And on top of the bed of herbs and things, I keep these dead bugs, more dead bugs. I have this moth that I found in the forest. Anytime I see a beautiful dead bug, I'm gonna bring it home with me. The only bugs I'm scared of are like spiders, so probably wouldn't touch those, but anything with wings, yeah, I'm bringing it home with me. As well as this beautiful monarch butterfly that Caleb found on one of his walks that he brought home to me. So beautiful. I have this horrible candle. I don't recommend this. It's terrible. It's from Trader Joe's. It doesn't smell bad, but it burns terribly. So I don't know. I'm gonna throw it away, I think, but I hate that candle. Don't recommend. I also have my dragon bubbles. I got these from the Ren Fair. These just hold like a childlike energy and joy. Anytime I'm feeling down, I will just blow some bubbles. So yeah. Energy is a big thing in spellcraft and witchcraft, so if you need a boost of energy, can't go wrong with blowing some bubbles. I just keep it in this like antique candle holder, and I have some random seashells and things that I store in this candle holder as well. And that, my angels, is my entire altar space. Oh my goodness. You guys have been asking for an in-depth altar tour for the longest time, so I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really proud of my altar. I really love all of the work that I get to do at my altar. It just has the most amazing energy that I have crafted between myself and my loved ones gifting me things over the years, and you guys gifting me things. So I really appreciate you. I hope this inspired you in some way. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you enjoyed, comment any thoughts you have, and subscribe for more content from me. I do all kinds of content on this channel, witchy content, poetry, vlogs, all kinds of things. So hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys the next time. Bye-bye.